Right now, somewhere in your pocket or on the table beside you, a small rectangle of glass is waiting. You haven't touched it in maybe 10 minutes. Your hand is already drifting toward it. You don't even notice you're doing it. But the real answer for why this happens is far stranger than addiction, far older than smartphones, and it starts almost 2 million years ago on the open grasslands of East Africa. Picture an early human standing in tall grass. The wind moves the blades. Something rustles. Is it a predator? Is it food? Is it nothing at all? The brain cannot afford to wait and find out. It has to check. Right now. Every single time. This is called vigilance, and it isn't a personality trait. It's a survival algorithm. Researchers studying hunter-gatherer populations, including work by anthropologist Sarah Hrdy on cooperative breeding and threat detection, found that early humans who paused constantly to scan their environment were the ones who survived long enough to have children. The ones who got absorbed in a single task and tuned out everything else, they often didn't make it to see the next sunrise. So your brain built a system. A simple one. Notice change in the environment. Check it immediately. Reward yourself slightly for checking whether or not you find anything. This reward is the key. Because here's the strange part. Your brain doesn't actually need to find a threat or a treat to feel satisfied. It just needs to check. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz, working with primates in the 1990s, discovered something that would later explain almost everything about your relationship with your phone. He found that dopamine, the brain chemical most people associate with pleasure, doesn't actually spike when you get a reward. It spikes when you don't know whether you're going to get one. Read that again. The pleasure isn't in the answer. It's in the uncertainty before the answer. Think about what that means for a notification. A little red dot appears on your screen. You don't know what it is yet. Could be nothing. Could be something important. Could be someone who likes you or doesn't or needs you or forgot about you entirely. Your brain lights up, not because of what's behind that dot, but because of the not knowing. This is the same mechanism that made your ancestors freeze and scan the grass. Except now, instead of grass, it's a glowing screen. Instead of a predator, it's a message. And instead of checking once and moving on with your day, you're checking an average of 96 times, according to research compiled from mobile usage studies. That's once every 10 minutes you're awake. Here's where it gets stranger. In 1971, psychologist B.F. Skinner ran experiments on pigeons using a device called a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. He'd give the pigeons a lever. Sometimes pressing it produced food, sometimes it didn't. The pattern was random. No way to predict it. You'd expect the pigeons to get frustrated and stop pressing. They didn't. They pressed more. Constantly. Obsessively. Far more than pigeons who got food every single time they pressed the lever. Why? Because predictable rewards stop being interesting. Your brain stops paying attention to things it can fully predict. But unpredictable rewards? Those never stop being interesting. There's always a chance. Always a maybe. Your brain can't let go of a maybe. Now look at your phone again. Every app you use is structurally that lever. Pull to refresh on your social feed. Will there be something new? Maybe. Open your messages. Will someone have responded? Maybe. Check your notifications. Will there be something good? Maybe. You are the pigeon. The phone is the lever. And the maybe is the thing you can't put down. But none of this would matter if checking the phone felt bad. It doesn't. It feels like relief. And that relief has a name too. In the 1950s, psychologist Harry Harlow conducted a series of experiments on infant monkeys and attachment. He found that young monkeys, when frightened or stressed, would run to a soft object, even a cloth-covered wire frame, and cling to it. Not because it fed them, not because it solved the problem, but because contact itself, the simple act of holding onto something, reduced their physiological stress response. You do this too. When you feel a small spike of anxiety, boredom, awkwardness, or even just a strange silence in a room, your hand reaches for your phone. Not because you need information, because holding it, looking at it, feels like contact, like a tether, like something to cling to while the moment passes. This is why you check your phone in elevators, in waiting rooms, at red lights. during the 3 seconds before a meeting starts. These aren't moments where you need information. These are moments of low-level discomfort. And your phone has become the cloth-covered wireframe your brain reaches for. Now here's the modern mirror, the part that should make you feel something. Your ancestors' vigilance system was built for an environment where checking actually mattered. A rustle in the grass could be a lion. Scanning the horizon could mean spotting food or danger a day before anyone else noticed. The system worked because the world gave it real signals to find. Your phone gives the system endless signals, but almost none of them matter. A like, a view count, a headline designed to make you click. None of these are lions, none of these are food. But your 2 million-year-old vigilance system doesn't know that. It just sees movement in the grass and checks. Again, and again, and again. You're not weak for checking your phone constantly. You're running ancient software on a device specifically engineered to exploit it. Every app you use was designed, often by teams who studied exactly the research mentioned here, to maximize that gap between the notification and the answer, to keep you in the maybe as long as possible. So what do you do with this? You can't delete the vigilance system. It's not a bug. It's the reason your ancestors survived long enough for you to exist. But you can change what you feed it. Some researchers studying digital habits have found that simply turning notifications to grayscale, removing the red dot, the thing your brain associates with urgency, reduces compulsive checking significantly. Not because the information changed, because the uncertainty signal disappeared. No red dot, no rustle in the grass. Tonight, when you put your phone down and pick it up again 10 minutes later without realizing it, you won't be failing at self-control. You'll be doing exactly what a healthy human brain has done for 2 million years. Scanning the grass, checking for movement, looking for the maybe. The grass just looks like glass now.